All right, welcome to Talkin Investing. I'm Tom, and as always, this is not financial advice. Today, I want to do a Bitcoin and Bitcoin miner update weekend edition. I do have a new chart again today. If you've missed my videos for the last few days, I recommend checking them out. I have a bunch of new charts, and there's a lot more to come in the upcoming week. So we're taking a deeper dive to try to find some of these Bitcoin miners that might be in distress. So if you're new to the channel, please remember to subscribe and hit the notification bell. Also, if everybody could please smash the like button, it helps the channel out a lot. And lastly, if you want to join and become a member of the channel, you can hit the join button on the YouTube page. Members get some additional members-only content, and we do have a members-only live stream once a week. So you can hit the join button. If you don't see that join button, you can hit the link below. Okay, let's talk about Bitcoin. I want to go to the Bitcoin big board from Friday. I'm just going to go real quick here. We got a bunch to go through, and I more want to focus on what Bitcoin's done over the weekend. But here's where we left off. Friday was a pretty green day, so green almost across the board. You will see that Core Scientific was down 11%. That was just a continuation of the absolute disaster that happened to them on Thursday. I want to take a look at some charts I've put together to put these numbers into a little bit of perspective, and then we'll take a look at some of the Bitcoin charts on the short-term and long-term time frames and see what trends are going and where we think we're going from here. Okay, so this is a chart I made. We've been going through this on the channel for the last few months now. And what this chart does is compare the low from June for each one of these Bitcoin miners until their price today. So as has been the case since the beginning, you see Marathon, Hut, and Riot are just performing on a different level. Marathon's up 166% from its summer lows. Hut is up 86% from its summer lows, and Riot is up 75%. Those are the three standout Bitcoin mining stocks from a stock performance standpoint. Now, this is not their operational reports, and we do go through all the operational reports individual on a monthly basis. So stay tuned for that, because this is October 30th, so those will be coming out soon. Over the next few weeks, we'll get to take a look at what everybody did in October and we will update all this information from there. But this is the performance of their stock. So we continue to have three companies that I put in the green on this chart because they're just outperforming by far the rest of the group. You'll see in the middle in gold you have Bitcoin. Bitcoin is up 17% off of its lows from this summer. So Bitcoin is having a small rally. It's been very, very slow and steady, but we are definitely moving up and to the right. So Bitcoin is 17% off of its lows. It's now 4 months later. We have not revisited those lows that we hit in June. So Bitcoin flash crashed down to 17.5 in June. We have not been back there since. I think that is the low, but of course at any time we could retest that and we could potentially take it out. But you'll see three other companies, DMG, Iris Energy, and Hive, they're performing roughly the way Bitcoin is performing. So that's actually decent performance. So TeraWulf and Bitfarms are underperforming Bitcoin, but actually they really should be in the blue. They are positive, they're not negative, so they are not below their summer lows. You've got some big movements to the downside. You've got Argo Blockchain down 47%, Greed down 50%. This is 50% off of what, for most of these stocks, was their all-time low from 4 months ago. The main point I revisit this is these stocks are not behaving the same. And I will continue to say Marathon, Hut, and Riot, those are the three companies that have a very solid position of Bitcoin on their balance sheets. So just based on the strength of balance sheet and the liquidity that they possess, they're not in imminent danger. So the market seems to be rewarding them for that. The market is punishing on a leveraged basis most of the rest of the Bitcoin miners in comparison to the movement of Bitcoin itself. This chart represents the last 1 week of activity. In gold, you'll see Bitcoin was up 7% on the week. So that is a nice week. Nothing drastic, but a solid week to the upside. All the Bitcoin miners that you see in blue, they were positive on the week. You're going to see a bunch between 8 and 18%. Those are good performing stocks. But what I did is in green is 21% and above. That is at least a 3x leveraged play off of Bitcoin. This just really helps to illustrate the leveraged play that Bitcoin miners are, even on Bitcoin itself. Unfortunately, on the other end of the spectrum, you're going to see Core Scientific was down 80% on the week. So it was already basically at its all-time low. It was down another 80% this week. So they had some very specific news that resulted in that. TeraWulf and Gree, however, those are down on the week, on a week where most of the Bitcoin miners had somewhere between a good and great week. So if you watch my videos, I strongly recommend you watch the last two videos that I did, and I'm going to be doing a bunch more of those this coming week, because this is where we can start to put things in perspective. When we look at all of these charts put together, Gree down 4% on this week, is one of several either yellow or red flags that I have on them. Now, I'm going to add this chart into the mix every week. So over the weekend, we will look at how all the Bitcoin miners did week over week. So again, this was all in all a good week. A lot of blue, which is good, and green, which is great performance from the Bitcoin mining stocks. The last one that I want to look at, and this kind of rounds out the circle on this. Bitcoin had a very strong relief rally in August. It got up to $25,000, and the Bitcoin miners all made huge runs to the upside. So unlike the first chart that we looked at, measuring where all the Bitcoin miners are from their lows in June, this is measuring where all the Bitcoin miners are from their highs in August. So Bitcoin is now down 18% from its high on August 15th. This chart once again illustrates the leveraged play that Bitcoin miners are on Bitcoin, because you're going to see Bitcoin was down 18%. So over the last 4 months, no matter which way you measure these, Marathon, Riot, and HUT have been the best performing stocks, not companies necessarily, and I'm not saying they weren't. They're just, this is an analysis of their stock. These have been the strongest performing stocks. But even those, Marathon's down 27% from its highs in August. Riot's down 33%, HUT is down 36%, so they still have a way to go to get back to their August highs. Now, Bitcoin's hovering around $20,000 to $21,000 right now. Bitcoin did get up to $25,000 in August. So I would expect if we have another run like that, I think a lot of these Bitcoin miners will probably actually take out their August highs. But again, this is a case-by-case basis, and this is why I'm doing so many different overall analysis of all the Bitcoin miners, because that's what we're looking for. We're looking for red flags and danger, and we're looking for potential opportunities. So, these charts serve both of those purposes. There's a group in the middle down between 50 and 60%. That's where most of these lie. And then you're going to see Argo Blockchain's down 72%, Stronghold's down 74%, Gree is down 79%. Gree continues to stand out on each one of these lists, and unfortunately not in a good way. And Core Scientific, obviously, they are down now 94% off of their highs from August. So that is its own story, and they're looking to potentially move into bankruptcy soon. That is not a given, but again, you can watch my video. I did do a specific video on that one if you want a deeper dive. Okay, I just want to close out by taking a quick look at the actual Bitcoin charts itself. So this is Bitcoin on the 15-minute time frame. Each one of these candles represents 15 minutes. As always, there's an orange line from where Bitcoin was when the equity markets closed on Friday. So that was the last time the equity markets traded in the United States. So Bitcoin was just about at 20,610 when the equity markets closed on Friday. You can see almost every single one of these 15-minute candles has been above that. This morning we did dip a little bit below that for a few minutes, but we've been trading in a very tight range and almost completely to the upside. No breakout here at all. This really represents very sideways activity, and we should be getting used to that. We're a few months now into very sideways activity, but as we saw, Bitcoin is 17% off of its summer lows. So despite the fact that it's sideways and with an upward bias for now. So that's what we're looking for. I've been calling for a relief rally. I'm looking to get to 25,000 on Bitcoin. That's my personal price projection. Again, I got to say this is not financial advice. I don't know the future of Bitcoin, so I'm just looking at the charts and telling you what I think. Let's zoom out a little bit onto a larger time frame. Okay, so this is Bitcoin on the 4-hour time frame. You're going to see this green line down here at around 19,200. We spent almost a month pretty much going sideways. We broke out of that trend starting about 5 days ago, and you can see we had a couple of days that were a big run up. Now, we are running into a little resistance, which seems like it's here at a very similar spot. So somewhere in the $21,000 range, we have hit a little resistance. We've now hit this once and then twice. So I'm not drawing a new line there yet. So you'll see this is very healthy activity, in my opinion, over the last week. If I zoom out to the 1-day time frame, you're going to see I have a yellow arrow. So this goes back to Wednesday, September 21st. So this was about 40 days ago, so well over a month. This really shows the upward momentum that Bitcoin has had. It's not massive, but it has definitely been to the upside. Just to quickly look at the RSI for Bitcoin on the 1-day time frame. During that 2-day run-up, we did get over this 61 level. This 61 on the daily RSI has been resistance for a long time. So we did break above that. We went below. It would be ideal to find support somewhere around this 61 level. Even if we go back all the way and bounce off the 50, which is neutral on the daily RSI, if we can stay above 50 and keep rallying, that's our shot at getting back to $25,000. So that's what I'm focused on in the long term. I would not be surprised to see a little pullback first because we are pretty high here. The daily MACD does have some momentum, but you can see it's slowing a little bit. So the next 24 hours, I'm not expecting a big move either which way. What I am looking for is to hold on to this sideways activity so that we can continue to slowly take the next leg up. So that's my Bitcoin weekend update. I will definitely be back tomorrow when the market is open and trading, and we'll see how things are doing then. So in the meantime, hopefully we can hold on to some of this momentum. Hope everybody's having a great weekend. Thanks for watching. If you made it this far, please remember to subscribe to the channel and smash the like button. Thanks again, and I'll see you in the next video.